where you live? San Antonio.
San Antonio.
35.
35?
Yeah, 35. The old 35. Now, I don't know what it is now. Used to have a loop that went over the overpass.
Okay.
Does it still have that overpass there?
Not
In downtown? In downtown?
in San
downtown.
Antonio? Yeah, it
Yes.
does.
Okay, go over the overpass and then go across the river.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I went across the river. I was just on the other side and this car had pulled over. About 5 or 6 guys pulled this one guy over. And I seen them when they did it. And I just put on my brakes. I stepped out of my car with mine in my hand.
Hey, what's going on here?
And I said, fella, do you need a little help? He said, yeah, I need some of these son of a bitches shot. The car that was there with these 4 or 5 guys in it got in it and
I bet they
was burning
spent.
rubber.
They were out of there.
And we went on across the river there, pulled into the motel where we were staying. He was
Gotcha.
in there too. We went in and he said, I got to buy you a drink. Said, damn, said, if ever I needed help, that was it. And there was 5 or 6 of these guys, and they was cutting and burning rubber, leaving there when I popped that first shell in the air. I just stepped out and thought, which one of them you need killed first? And I popped that one in the air, and they was gone.
Jeez.
Oh, that's back in them days.
Yeah. Well, you could get away with that.
Well, I was crazy anyway.
Yeah.
I had been,
Different times.
That wasn't too long after I came back from South Pacific.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I was in a whole different
Mindset.
not only mindset, I was in a whole different type of, I guess mindset was main, I guess that was main part of it. But I just didn't, nobody ran over me. He did better get it down ready. 'Cause I'd shoot
Don't
him.
jack around with Grandpa Bob.
They knew it too.
Better not mess with old Hook.
You start messing with me, they knew they was gonna get it.
Hey, that's the
I guess I was lucky.
that's
Yeah,
that's the
I
kind of
know.
reputation you want though. Be a super nice, awesome guy, but if something goes down,
Well,
you're there.
I just didn't take no shit off of none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know them a damn thing, and if they was gonna mess with me, I was gonna shoot them. Shoot 'em. They didn't bother me.
Give
a
him
bit.
hell.
They didn't bother me a bit. I just came back from South Pacific anyway, and it was, I had an attitude problem, I guess. I'm gonna tell you, it makes a lot of difference where you've been at and what you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there in China, I got where I was, it didn't bother me. Shoot one of them, it wasn't no big deal.
Yep.
And I didn't intentionally kill them, but I damn sure put a chunk of lead in their ass.
Yep. Put him out of commission for a minute.
More than a minute, most of them. You know, of course, a lot of things happen, and you don't, and it's a funny old world. I get thinking back.
Cause you don't think about it like when it's happening,
No,
but like right now, thinking
Yeah,
back on it and
I
stuff.
think about it once in a while now. I think about things. I relieved the guard. We had pillboxes. There's concrete.
Stored all the ammo and stuff, all the explosives.
That's what there was. There's for ammo and explosives.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 20 foot in diameter, and poured concrete, and the doors and everything was all fixed heavily so that to keep from exploding the
Sure.
stuff that's in there. And I stood guard duty on it.
Is this when you couldn't find the guy you were relieving?
Yeah, and I found him, his head chopped off.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet, I know I spent 15 rounds that night shooting where the rocks popped.
Oh, cause they were getting so hot that they were so hot and they were cooling.
They cooled down and
They
then
popped.
popped.
And you
And every time they popped,
You'd pop back.
I put a round over in that area.
just to be safe.
Well, it was just pure the ocean, being scared.
Mm-hmm. My head be on a swivel after that too.
Yeah, boy.
It's all part of the experience though.
Well, it's but down it's just see I guess about that same time, pretty close to that time, we had a typhoon hit Wake, one of the islands,
Close to y'all?
over by the Philippines there, here, one of the islands there. And we went over and picked up and helped get stuff back in order. We had a couple of, I don't know where you know what they are or not. We had a couple of these boats at the front door. We call it a landing craft.
Yeah, for the beaches.
Yeah, they front end would drop open.
Mm-hmm.
When you throw the doors open, they drop down. You can drive up on them. So we went over there, loaded out a bunch of stuff, and worked a week or two. And you start thinking about back things happened back, those things.
You can think back on it with a different perspective.
It's a different perspective altogether.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you're there, you're just there, you got to do it, and ain't no thinking about it.
Yeah, that's the reason when I guess I came back. I came back to the States and I went to college a couple of semesters. And then I went to Dallas and went to work. I was just barely scraping by. See, I had mother and dad both in the hospital, and all my brothers were married and had kids, so they couldn't do much, you know. They helped some, but they couldn't do much.
That's when you got to move back and take care of them.
So it was kind of left up to me, most of it. And then I went to Dallas, went to work. And I've done a little everything in Dallas. I worked at five different places before I put in a place for my own. I've had a full life. I can't complain at all.
You've definitely done a lot more than most people.
Well, I've lived, made a living,
Yep.
and I supported my family once I got married.
Mm-hmm.
I supported my family pretty well. The Carolyn and Richard never did really have to work right after going to school. And they did, but they didn't have to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just for whatever side money they wanted or whatever.
Things they wanted to do, you know.
Yeah. Which is definitely nice, because I'm sure.
Huh?
Which is definitely nice, because I'm sure that's how you would have wished for it when you were growing up.
Probably.
Instead of have to wake up at 4:30 since you were 9 years old.
Yeah. So it wasn't. That's something else. Richard, he ran that barbecue place for, oh boy, I can't think of his name.
It's okay, Roxy knocked
He
the blanket
hired,
back
he
there too.
hired Richard, and Richard was 12 years old.
Woo! He
hired
started barbecuing that early?
And he hired Richard, yeah. He
Like
hired
Kane working
Richard,
at Stevens.
Yeah.
and I was after him, and he said, can I use that boy? Cause he said he's underage, and I've got to have parents' permission.
Mm-hmm.
I said, if he wants to work, let him go ahead and work. He'll learn something.
Mm-hmm.
I said, he'll learn probably as much there as he will in school.
Yep, more. Way more.
And,
And you go ahead and
I think.
start.
And you get a check.
so he went to running that barbecue place. And of course I was on, I guess at that same time, that was probably, I don't know what year that was. I was trying to think the other day. I know in '83 I was on the board at the VFW out there. And the VFW was down behind that barbecue place.
Okay.
We put it.
Is your ear
we
bothering
built,
you?
We built a new building. And we built when we did that, I was causing the other deal. We had a spot in the back that was kind of controversial, what was going to be have to go back there. And I said, I tell you what, I'm going to stop that right now. I said, we're going to build a rock building for the scouts. So we built a 12-foot by 12-foot
Rock building.
concrete building for the scouts. And I guess they're still using it, I don't know.
Nice.
They did for years. I did a lot of stuff back then. I was involved every time you turn around. And I was in that dancing one night, and Ruth was there. I had Ruth and I had my brother's wife. My brother had passed away up in Kansas, and his wife came down for staying with us. Dorothy was staying with us. And we was out there at the club, and this woman said, you need to do anything, so we could go to my house. You know? And I said, well, that'd be fine with me, but my wife and my girlfriend sitting over at that table
might have a problem with that.
Might not like that. And she got plum hostile.
Plum hostile. She said, well, I didn't even want you to come anyways.
Are we doing a round two or what?
Did she say that, or was she like, oh, well, bring them over?
You know, it's amazing. You learn things that happen. And
I'm down for another.
Not even expected it, you know.
Yeah.
But I was working regularly. At least I spent an hour or two a day out at the VFW.
Mm. And do you want another drink?
Yeah, do you want a drink? He's gonna have one.
Do you want another? What do you even call that?
You're gonna have one.
I call it.
Manhattan Martini?
Yeah.
Manhattan Martini?
Do you want a man? No, that's your water. I already took your cup. Do you want another one?
Yeah, might as well.
He was going after it.
Maybe I'll.
Why not? You'll sleep better, maybe. Sometimes they say there's a point between like one glass of wine is supposed to help you sleep, but if you have 4, you don't.
Yeah.
You might fall asleep faster, but it says that you get worse sleep. That you're not as rested.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
I'll go to sleep.
He's like, I'll be fine.
No,
Sorry.
no problem with me sleeping.
Good. That's good.
Now that you got that heated blanket right.
Well, and he's talking, using his mind, exercising
Long
his
as my whole body's
energy,
moving.
not just sitting and watching.
Hey,
Long as my body gets warm and everything, I'll go
everything's
to
good
sleep.
to go.
I'll go to sleep.
I want 3 spoons of
Cherries.
If you ever
Cherry
have to
juice.
stay in the gun mount
And
for
3 cherries.
72 hours, you can sleep anywhere.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine sleeping in a little foxhole or something like that.
Oh,
He slept in the living room while I
foxhole,
slept in his bedroom.
foxhole's nothing.
That water.
What you want to do is get in a 5.38 gun mount and sit there for 8 hours,
Oh.
and I'm gonna guarantee you, when that damn thing quits firing, you're ready for something else.
Yep.
Of course, now I don't even think none of these ships now have 5.38s. They have a different weapon now, and it's not fired like the other one.
Have you
No.
seen?
Huh?
Have you seen some of the advancements they have in the weaponry and stuff? Like,
No, I haven't. I have not been on a base
In 50 years.
in the last 10 years. 15.
it's been longer than that, Grandpa.
Well, I'll take it back. I went on a base down in Florida. When was you down there with us?
your 90th birthday.
yeah. Y'all went and saw.
It's been 5 years, you're right.
Yeah, y'all went. We went to the old Navy base, or
Okay.
I don't know. Did I go?
No, I didn't go. They went with Michael.
Yeah, I think y'all went. You
Yeah.
and Richard and
Well,
Michael.
One time
The
after.
non-beach people.
The non-beach people.
Okay, one
Jeremiah?
time after that, I've been on a naval ship. Just one time since then,
Yeah.
and it was totally different.
Oh yeah.
And
No more wood boats anymore.
Well, this was
No more wood decks.
No,
Well, actually, I think
David,
the decks are probably still
I
away.
mean, Christian,
We
imagine
had-
what we're gonna see in
it was
50 years.
tough.
Here, look at this.
I'm actually scared what we're gonna see in 50 years, to be honest with you.
It's a 4-minute video. It's one of their most powerful cannons. It's an electromagnetic railgun. It's gonna explain it.
Show it on the TV, dude.
Well, he can look closer here.
Okay.
This is the US military's most powerful cannon, the electromagnetic railgun, which can shoot up to 100 nautical miles at Mach 7.5. and
100 nautical
target
miles
Mach
at Mach 7.
5, using only energy as its propellant. The high-velocity projectile will destroy land, sea, and air targets purely from its kinetic energy, rather than with conventional explosive warheads.
So it doesn't use explosives. It's just a projectile.
Yeah,
So it's just like a metal pole being launched.
yeah.
So what is a railgun?
But-
Well, the EM railgun launcher
You can put anything you want to in
Just about, yep.
it. Yeah. See,
is a long-range weapon that fires projectiles using electricity instead of chemical propellants like gunpowder. Magnetic fields created by high
when you
electrical
got that-
currents accelerate a slow.
Too bad you can't sit right there beside me.
you can feel that with any kind of,
Metal, anything.
yeah, you can feel it with everything.
But
Yeah.
with this thing, how powerful it is,
Yeah,
you just shoot a metal spike and it's gonna destroy whatever it hits.
yeah.
But go up to 100, it's a cannon, shoots up to 100 miles.
Per hour. Basically, it shoots a big solid metal projectile at very high speeds at vast distances and does damage using kinetic energy, only using electricity to shoot.
Isn't that crazy, Grandpa?
Oh, it's,
It shoots a big
Here,
solid
it's got the comparisons right here. Hold on.
speeds
Yeah.
at vast distances and does damage using kinetic energy, only using electricity.
Okay, so the Tomahawk cruise missile, 550 miles an hour.
yeah.
Sound is 768 miles per hour. An artillery shell goes 2,000 miles per hour. The railgun goes 5,600 miles per hour. Woo!
Now this is the one
The Tomahawk,
we was using.
uh-huh. Now,
So it's more
What is
than
that called?
double. It's more than
That's
double.
more than, it's
Mom.
probably 3 times.
Yeah, 3
What's-
times.
55 divided by 50.
Yeah,
Or
10.
5,600 divided by 500. So that's like
yeah.
Okay, so it's like almost
way, like
And
10
It's very-
times.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
10 times as fast.
10. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, 5 times 50. I mean, 10 times 50 would be 500.
Yeah.
Power for several seconds, generated from an external source, like a ship. After the weapon is charged with some 32 megajoules
That's
of
what I'm
energy,
afraid
its
gonna happen.
capacitor set-
Yeah, Grandpa. There's a look. People are already going to Mars just because to live there.
generating an
Do you realize that? Like, I don't even know how many of us will be on. Just wrap your head around that. You may be gone, but by the time he has grandkids, people will be putting locations to live on Mars. They're already doing it right now.
Oh, they've got Elon Musk is planning a whole. NASA just got approved to put roads on the moon. Yes.
Who's approving it? Who owns the moon?
Well,
But I'm just saying,
I think
like,
it was like a
I
private-
don't even know in 50 years what we'll be like as a human race.
Well, nobody does.
And that is more scary than a depression.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know what we're going to turn into as a society, as a human race.
That's what bothers me a lot.
Well, I think it's the end of times, is what I think. That's just my opinion. I feel it in my gut. I feel like there's a spiritual war really taking place right now. And I feel like our Creator is coming for us before we get out there. I don't think he's pleased about us venturing all over the universe. I
think
I don't think we're humanly ready.
whenever we have the explosion,
Yeah. is when somebody can live on Mars and say, boom, I'll destroy whoever I want down there.
We're
They've
going
already-
to eliminate about 95%
Of the world.
And they've already, I watched a video.
And who wants to be here after? I don't. Take me out with
Well-
it, because I don't want to be the survivor that's got radiation poisoning and deformed.
You're gonna
we
be a
don't-
grounder
we-
from
we
the
don't
100.
know. Now there again.
They're already killing us with water. I mean, it's just too much.
We may,
COVID was a bioweapon. That was just the beginning.
I
See, this
kinda-
is the thing. They're splicing genes and
I kind of feel like that we'll probably have a nationwide
Did you turn the heat off?
deal
I
that
haven't
killed
touched.
about
No, I opened that door for us.
95 or 98%
There's
of the people.
yes. And you know, this is the thing. Like, they're doing things which, do you know right now, if you want to get pregnant and have a baby, you can create a designer baby. You
They'll
can
go
tell
in-
them you want your child to have blonde hair
Blue eyes.
and brown
or
eyes
whatever.
or blue eyes. You want them to be 6 foot tall, and they will go into your DNA and your eggs,
And they know which
and they
receptors
will
or whatever.
manipulate your biology
Your
Yeah.
genes.
and create a human being. They're also, you know, how long have they been cloning? 90 years?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been cloning sheep since the 40s.
Yep.
Do you not think that they've tried to clone humans at this point?
Oh,
Let's be
yeah.
real. Okay, I mean, there's so much that we have to be on the lurch for, and people are so distracted with technology and their phones, and that's all so purposeful. But I think God will destroy it, whether it's in a nuclear blast and fire rains from heaven or whatever. But just like Noah and the ark, I don't know how much longer me and him even really have here. We may be
I
seeing
don't-
you a lot sooner
I
than you
don't
think.
either. I think we will have either,
An explosion.
maybe not an explosion. We may have just
Another pandemic that really takes everyone out?
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
something like a,
I mean, imagine if you hold all the keys to the world and you have all the money in the world. Why wouldn't you want to clear out the population and just be like, I have my own island, I don't need all this shit?
and they
You'd
may-
keep a certain amount of people to wait on you and clean your houses. And you would have them be, I mean, if you could clean out 90% of the population and just make sure that you have enough servants to, then the roads are yours.
Yep. Start yourself out as
Why wouldn't you
king.
want your private United States?
Yeah,
And they will.
I
I fear it. But I don't fear it. I just know, I know that we're going to encounter some things that you went through the Depression. Ours is going to be a whole nother
think it's gonna be a
generation of stuff.
generation of change,
And
and
I
that's
mean,
what bothers me.
like just our stoplights, like just if electricity grid went out, we can't even get from here to Dallas. There would be nonstop backed up wrecks, and police wouldn't know how to control that because we don't know what to do with. We don't even know how to get where we're going
Yeah,
without our phones. We don't even know how to. Most people don't even have candles in their house if there is a storm.
yeah,
You know, when that storm came last year or the year before, remember when Texas was knocked out for a couple days?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I mean, we didn't have firewood. Thank God we had some pallet wood from when we were making signs, but like, nobody has water stored in their home.
Now they do.
Maybe.
Customers' houses I go to, they got stacks of water.
Their customer, yeah, we have stacks of shit. But remember when all that happened, and I was like, Grandpa, how can we have money? And Dad too. I'm like, how do we have money? You buy a brand new tractor, but we don't have gasoline or water on hand
yeah.
in case some shit goes down. What sense does that make? I got my 3 months of storable foods, and don't worry, I'll share 1 month with you and 1 month with your brother. So I told Grandpa, you got to teach me how to plant stuff because the first month I'll kill everything. I need 2 seasons.
I had a customer that got a dehydrator. Started
Actually,
dehydrating food and can store it for, I don't know if it was years. I think it
Well,
was years.
hopefully I'll have time with him for him to teach me how to can. Just to bear it, because I'll need to teach you. Like, we
For
don't
real,
have YouTube.
no one I know
How are you
knows how to can anything.
I don't even know how to plant a sunflower seed, which grows naturally in the sun. You don't even got to water it.
Did you know, you'd be surprised how many kids that can't even make cream gravy.
Yep.
Well,
I
our
was,
kids are one.
I was talking with Alex about that, and he was like, "Dude, it's super easy." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn before it's too late, because it's super easy and it's such a good
But I mean,
breakfast." Like
We don't know how to control
We-
a donkey to get where
we-
we're going.
everyone that I know that has had your biscuits and gravy, nonstop talks about it.
You think his more than Nana?
Well,
Papa's?
him, Nana, the same. I never.
Well,
really
no,
had
Dad-
policies.
Have,
So he makes white
have,
gravy.
have,
Oh, I like
Papa
the
C,
brown gravy.
Okay, it's
I
very
like Papa
burnt.
C's.
have you ate,
That's what Nana makes because Dad.
Yeah.
oh,
His is good too, but it's cream.
his cooking
Who's?
Aussies,
Oz's?
His
he don't know how to
gravy?
make gravy.
Huh?
He told me he don't know how to make gravy.
He what?
He doesn't know how to make gravy.
No,
Give me your phone.
but,
Turn your head.
but what I'm trying to say is, start tasting his cooking.
Okay.
You'll see something.
Okay.
Is it spicy?
No. 9 out of 10, I have to more or less force it.
Well, I can tell that because you're like, no, I'm good. Which is why
Because
we had
it's-
ham for dinner.
I mean,
But
per,
what-
per taste wise.
Okay,
but
because
what-
you're used to the country cooking, which is
And-
Yeah.
what's
But-
the difference? His is more plain and solid, just like
Well,
earthly
his-
food.
Oh no, he doesn't like any grease.
well,
No,
doesn't
he
like
doesn't
it.
use grease
He
or
don't
fat.
use grease.
He gets turkey instead of beef.
I know that's been bugging him.
He
He
don't
likes
eat-
that grease.
He don't use grease. He don't use
He uses turkey, not beef.
beef, and he don't use. The only thing that he uses that I can kind of handle
Is the pan.
is the turkey sausage.
Yeah, I like the
Hey,
turkey.
that
I
was
can,
really
I can count on
good.
his turkey sausage.
That was
But
good.
the rest of his deal, I
He's
have-
like, been there, done that. I'm good.
just like eating pizza.
So when I show up, he gets mad at me because I'm making cheese dip when I walk in the door.
Yeah.
He's like, really?
You like-
You're gonna feed him rotel dip for dinner? And I was like, yeah.
You like your rotel dip?
Yeah, we got
That's
stuff in
good.
for it right now. But, or like how I came here and I brought in that little Lunchable and then I
Of
got,
course, see now, there's a difference in times and stuff.
but he is trying to
See,
help you be healthy,
Yeah,
but
I
you
know.
don't like
But
it.
when
I
When
understand.
I was raised
He's like, I'm
up,
trying to enjoy my
Hey,
meals.
I don't eat
when
it
I-
either.
When I went to work fire department, it was only 2 of us. That's the crew wouldn't let make gravy
Out of 50.
out of 10.
Oh, out of 10. That's right.
There's only 2 of us out at the station that they were allowed to make the gravy.
Allowed to
Me
make
and-
breakfast.
Me and old Clarence White, we had to make the gravy. We could cook anything else for breakfast,
But you had to have that gravy.
but for the gravy part, there's only 2 of us that's gonna make the gravy.
See, and he makes his just like ours. The difference is Papa and Papa
Burns
C burn it
Yeah,
longer.
I'm not gonna lie.
But I did try to show out with him, and I was like, no, you got to eat my burnt gravy. And then I kept, so there's a very precise way. So we'll show you on Sunday when we make, or Saturday when we make it. But basically, you
and
throw,
Alex said you just throw like a pinch of flour in
yeah,
there.
you just throw a pinch of flour in grease. And I like bacon, but you can use sausage. It don't matter what your flavor, pick your flavor.
flavor.
But then you just let it sizzle in the pan, and I mean it starts to burn. Then where I get mixed up is Dad says I always have a glass of water because they don't have measurements. He's just like, I just put a cup of water beside me because I know I'm going to need to dilute it down. But when I start adding, what I'm adding is milk. So when you, it should in the pan, so it's bubbling, and that flour makes it thick.
Mhm.
So I made it for him, and I was making it. It was so thick, and I would get worried about it being too diluted, so I kept putting water ever so often, and then it was runny as hell, and I was like, "Damn, give me more flour."
Alex did the
And then
opposite.
you make it like I had. He was like, "What are we gonna do with all this gravy?"
Alex said he threw a pinch. Alex said he made some one time, and he threw a pinch of flour in there, and it was a little too much. He said it came out like mashed potatoes.
That's because he
well,
didn't dilute it enough.
No,
with the
yeah,
water.
he said he had to throw like a
Because
whole
the
cup
flour
of
really-
water.
If
Yeah.
you take the grease
And milk. The milk is what you
and
cook
the-
it with, the water's
and
dilution.
all the stuff from frying
Mhm.
bacon,
Christian, when I
or
got here,
ham.
those petri dishes growing in the fucking
whenever
fridge,
you
so.
get the juice out
He
of that,
keeps everything.
then you cook the
I cooked a ham, I rendered the fat.
then when
Right.
you get that the bacon out of there,
Yep, just the
you
grease.
put it in another
Yeah,
deal.
bacon grease. I
Then
can
you
get there.
take the juice out of it and you add to that grease whatever you have left over. And then you put your flour and stuff in and you start cooking it, and then you start adding the water
As it thickens.
as
Yeah.
it's cooking so that you'll get it to
Hey, Mom,
go all the way
Saturday
through.
morning, let us cook gravy.
It's got to go all the way through.
Okay, I'll have to make sure his chair's in there. Or
If it goes all the way through,
Okay.
it starts loop. Then you
Okay.
start making gravy.
Call your brother and have him come. Well, he already knows.
It's just
I figured
a
they-
matter of slow. A
Yeah,
lot of
there you
it's a
go.
matter of being slow with it.
I love that.
That's a lot of
He
people
loves that.
cook it too fast.
Trust.
That's the main big problem.
You
is-
starting to get the hiccups over there.
Huh?
You starting to get the hiccups. Is that drink hit?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he's in
But when they cook it real fast, it don't get the gravy like I